Let's bring in Misty Marris, who's been following this story for us and notably many other stories that are very similar. Misty, the common theme keeps emerging from so many of these lawsuits. What is this lawsuit claiming?
So this lawsuit is claiming that ChatGPT was actually being used as almost a co-conspirator to plan this shooting. And the allegations are that at OpenAI, ChatGPT was negligent, that they knew that there was a risk of harm that could come to be if these extensive conversations were had, and they failed to put safety parameters in place. For instance, Gotti, why wasn't this flagged? Why wasn't law enforcement contacted when these communications related to a prospective shooting? How were there not other parameters and safety protocols in place to flag this particular conversation and issues that were going on with the shooter and ChatGPT? So it's a negligence case, and it's all about what the company knew and when, and whether or not it was a foreseeable risk.
And the state of Florida has already launched a criminal investigation into OpenAI for this FSU shooting. We heard from the Florida Attorney General last month. Let's take a quick listen.
If it was a person on the other end of that screen, we would be charging them with murder.
Legally speaking, how far could courts go and prosecutors go in charging an AI company for a user's violent actions? Like, I mean, what he just said there, if it was a person, they would be charged with murder, but what happens when it's a company?
Right, so the Attorney General in Florida is bringing a unique legal theory and an investigation on the criminal side, Gotti. And what he had said is that this conduct would have been a co-conspirator if you'd had a human being. Of course, ChatGPT is a company, but companies can still have criminal culpability. But on that criminal side, the investigation is going just beyond the use of the platform itself. It's purported to be digging into the way the company is structured, what types of things they're doing behind the scenes to put in the correct protections, who are the decision makers. So that's the issue when it comes to potential criminal culpability. Now, the civil case, the defense in the civil case is two broad defenses. The first is that all of this information was on the internet regardless. It wasn't anything that was unique to ChatGPT, so they should not be held liable. And also that you have what's called a superseding criminal act, meaning you had somebody who was using it for the purpose of criminal activity. So ChatGPT should not be held responsible. It is that individual who committed the crime, and that should cut off any civil culpability. So a lot going on in two different forums, and Gotti, another real trailblazer case when it comes to these legal theories.
Yeah, and we'll keep watching them. Misty Marris, really appreciate your analysis. Thank you.